Hi everyone, welcome back. So we're going to be doing our first paper project from the paper pad swap that I'm doing. Is to use up an entire 12 by 12 paper pad and swap it with one individual person versus using one page to swap out the one or two pages to create with. Please excuse the setup. I am working out the kinks. This is probably going to be the setup, but I have a lot of stuff that's around me. So this is the paper pad that we're using. I guess we'll do this every time, the English Rose Garden. And I have pulled out a few pages because I think what we're going to start off with first is definitely a flip book. No, we're going to make a book using my cinch machine. So we're going to use this page, which is definitely wallpaper page. So it goes like this, and this paper is primarily directional, so we're going to use this and look at these beautiful things. Like, you can just fussy cut those out if you like. And then we have these flower packets or journaling notes that we're going to cut out, and I'm going to try and make this a 6 by 6 book because of this right here. So what I want to do is I want this to be the front because that's beautiful, and then this to be the back. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it down, and then I'll come back once I finish cutting all the pages. Alright, so we are cutting the last page of this particular craft project, and I was just sitting here thinking about this little machine. I have a few Facebook groups that I'm a part of, mostly all crafting videos, crafting groups, and this lady was saying that she uses a Martha Stewart paper trimmer, and she was saying that since Martha Stewart is no longer in existence, how would she get replacement trimming pieces? And I, because I still consider myself to be a noob, not as experienced as a lot of crafters in the community, I didn't want to say anything that, even though Martha Stewart, the lady, is not around, her brand name is still there. And I was going to tell her she probably could find the EK Tools piece to use that, and I was just like thinking, uh-oh, did I do that right? No, I cut, you can see right here, I cut too much off. That's okay, because these pieces are okay, they're gonna be okay. It's no big deal. If you've ever seen a creation from me, you know that it's not crooked. I mean, it's not, if it's not crooked, it's not mine, right? None of my projects are ever straight. And even though I was cutting using this trimmer, measured it right to 6, it's still, the papers do not match up. So they're not all equal. That's okay. Life isn't equal or fair either all the time. So why would the papers be right? Anyway, I was just, it's interesting when we, when we buy products, we don't ever consider that the company's going to go out of business, or they're going to just change their name or anything like that, and you won't be able to find it. So she had made a comment. She was like, she wrote it in her question. She was like, do you have, she was asking the ladies in the group or the men in the group have it, or do they know how to get it? And everybody was like, well, you can try eBay, you can try this, and you can try that. And I was thinking, just type in the product number or contact EK Tools, because I'm probably, I want to say that Martha Stewart products were made through EK Tools and not, I'm sure she probably can get the replacement parts. But whenever I see the replacement parts for the tools that I have on sale or clearance, I get a little bit nervous because I'm like, please don't be going out of business. Please don't be, doing that. I need you to stay in my life. So this is our 12 by 12 cut down to 6 by 6, And so it's 4 of the pages. Now see, this page had a top and a bottom to it. Well, a bottom, and it was these right here. So when we put this together, we're going to have to be very cognitive of how we put this together. Because at first, I was going to do a book that opened like this, but since I didn't want to ruin any of the drawing or artwork that's on some of these pages, I think I'm going to do a flip up like this, so it'll be like this versus the other way. And this is going to be the back, and it's not going to be, see, this is the one I was telling you all this cut crooked. So when I get ready to poke holes in the paper, it will definitely be like this. So I like this paper so much. This is the front, and all these, you know, it's coordinated in paper because it's from the same paper pad. And then we're going to put in some plain paper as well, a few white sheets, some yellow and probably green or blue, just to break up the color a little bit. But it's not going to be, I'm not going to glue these together and create this. It's going to be a cute little flip book. So this will be page 1 of it, and then this will be page 2, and then we'll put that as page 3, and then this will be page 4, and then the patterns will probably repeat themselves. And then I'll put it all together and come back and show you what I'm thinking, and then we'll get the stamping out and we'll stamp some pages. Okay, we're going to be using this scrap pack, 1 pound, and it's from Hobby Lobby. Okay, so we're going to put this to the side, and here are some of the pages that we got. This is like a mint green, and this paper is fairly thick. It feels very close to chipboard. And then we have 2 pieces of green, but I think we're going to put this to the side since it's so thick. And you know, when you get those assorted pages, it's just like they've got paper that they've just cut up. And then this is very flimsy, and that's some manila or peach, and then this is a little bit darker. And so this will look good with the with some stamping on, and then some purple, and this is thin as well. So we're going to put a few sheets in there because we want the little notepad to be kind of bulky, but it's not too bad. And then this is pink, and it's thick as well, but we're going to put that closest to the back. And the thing about this is that we're not going to, and we got these little small pieces of purple, and we got this, and I usually call this just resume paper because that's what it looks like. So what I was going to say is that we're not going to throw any of these scraps in the trash because this is a 6x6. So, you know, we're going to at least have 1 page, but then the rest of it we're going to cut and we're going to stamp it up, and then we're going to just put it in there because when you make, this book is not supposed to be like a book of perfect measure and perfect size. It's just going to be a book of creation, and I'm going to have to find my journaling stamp to make sure that we can get some lined pages as well as some more little fun doodads. So I'll come back once I finish sizing the paper. Okay, so we have our paper pad cut down, and then we have our random different color sheets of paper. And you know, it wouldn't be me without trying to slide in some blue and green in there. So now what I'm going to do is I've cut them all down, and they're all 6 inches by something, random measurement. So now what I want to do is I want to flip the page up, and so you'll be seeing this portion, and then I'm just going to randomly place the paper in. Hopefully it's not too much pink on pink or blue on, you know, any random color. But I also want to just kind of give it just some uniqueness. I'm going to have to change these because I don't want them to be too matchy. But at the same time, I don't want them to not be, well, they're going to flow because all the colors match, right? But I don't want them to be too off, right? So as she's flipping these up, because the paper pad is not front and back, so that's why I want to try to put some. I won't stamp everything out, you know, I won't put everything to have a stamped back, but I will attempt to make it okay looking. And since I'm going to be using my cinch, I can put these little cards any way I like, because that's the beauty of creating your own book, right? You can just do whatever you like, however you like. No real rhyme or reason. The only thing I have to make sure of is that I don't run out of pages in the back, because I've done too much to the front. And put some little slivers in there. Now I just got to remember not to try and stack, you know, like you do this to your paper. And it'll be a mess. So what I think I'm going to do, and I'm not sure if the cinch gods are going to be with me tonight or not, but what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to cinch it all up, and then I'm going to put it in the book format, and then I'm going to stamp out all of my random stamp sentiments, etc. You know, the plain color paper is solid, so I'm not too concerned about it looking weird or back to back, but I do want to make sure that the book is not too outlandishly crazy looking. And where pieces are missing, I'll probably add some more in. That's a thick piece of paper. Alright, so this is the front, and let's see how it looks. Okay. Looks okay so far, right? Alright, I think I'm going to take out a few of those, because you see how some has a lot and then some has 1 or 2 random pages. So at the minimum, I want to at least have 2 pages in between these pattern pages at a minimum. Okay, so that's good. This is good. I love this paper right here. It's textured paper. It just looks so cool. When I do finally make a junk journal, I definitely want to play around with various textures, just random things, because no one wants to have a plain, ordinary, just a random, run-of-the-mill type of junk journal. But I'm not there yet. I'm definitely not there yet. But I'm getting close. I'm definitely getting close to making my mind up to actually do a junk journal. And having no fear, I guess, because, you know, unfortunately, fear rules my mind sometimes. Fear can take over, and it's not very good to let fear control you. Sometimes you just gotta take a leap of faith and believe in yourself. So we'll put those opposites just like that. And then this is there, and this is here. I have started to run out of paper, and I don't want to cut any more down. I'll leave it at this minimum amount of paper. But I have started to run out of paper, so we need to be careful. I'm gonna have to go back and pull out some pages from the front and maybe count them, but I didn't want to be very meticulous about it. I wanted to kind of just, you know, go with the flow of everything. but I think I've made the front top heavy. Put that right there. Let me know in the comment section below if you make journals, junk journals, type of books, whatever. You know, any, what's your favorite paper crafting? I think you probably know my favorite paper crafting is card making. I find card making to be very fun, and you know, I like to do simple cards, although I've purchased some templates, and so we'll be doing some card making soon. Once I get like my life together, once I get Brandy together, we're gonna have an actual real, I'll be back like I was before I moved, you know, doing some random live streams from time to time. Just all kinds of cool craft related fun, I think. It's what we can look forward to in the upcoming months and days. Okay, so this is the last one. And now I can go back in and just plop in some extra pages because I don't want to have any of this left over for the next paper project. And I'm not going to round any corners because I didn't look for it, but I don't know where my corner rounder is, and I don't want to be looking for it all night long. Alright, so I'm going to cinch this up, and then once I cinch it up, I'll be back and we can start to stamping. I really like this. You know, the next book I make will probably be a side book. But the reason why I didn't go with the side book on this one is because I just feel like some of these pictures like this, I didn't want to put holes in this picture. I want to keep it there. The only picture that's going to kind of be damaged is this butterfly. But other than that, we'll be good. And let me go ahead and turn this over. Well, not over. Put it on the front. Alrighty. So I will be right back cinched up. Alright, so we only had 2 casualties. I didn't put down too far, and that's what happened with those 2 pieces of paper, but I could always use them in another project. And so this is the completed little book, and we only have one little funky piece right here that can be adjusted. Overall, I think I did an okay job. Now, what I was thinking when I was completing this project is maybe I should have stamped before, because, you know, what if I make a mistake? What if something goes wrong? But I was like, you worry too much. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. So we're not going to look at everything because we've already done this. But overall, I'm super excited. This is my second completed cinched book that I've completed, and I am super duper excited about this one. See, this is going to drive me bananas, but that's okay. No worries, no worries, no worries. I absolutely find this to be super duper adorable. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to pull out a few of these floral floral and butterfly typed images, and I think I'm going to leave it just like that. I'm not going to do anything else to this because I absolutely love it just like this. And you know, she can write in it how she wants to. She can do whatever she wants to. I did not make, this is not designed to be like an album or anything. It's designed to just be a book. I probably will make more books with more intricacy as I get more familiar with how to use the cinch. So I'm going to go ahead, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink up this one first. And I'm just going to stamp and run through a few pages, and stamp and run through a few pages, and stamp and run through a few pages. I don't plan on stamping every page, but I do want to stamp on some of these pages because, you know, whenever you're writing, I'm not sure if you turn over and write on it like that. That's how I write. So what I plan on doing is just stamping on a few of the cardstock pages, you know, from the paper pad itself. And then I will stamp some randomness on some of the plain colored paper as well. Okay, so this is the first stamped impression, and I absolutely love this stamp. Stampability rarely lets me down. So, and I'm using what seems to be my go-to ink now, which is Archival ink by Ranger. I didn't know Ranger made stickles. I'm slow, I know, but I did not know that they made stickles. So I'm just going to do one more page. See, the W didn't, the N didn't come out that great, and that's because I don't have anything under there. I felt like the paper would be enough cushion, but then I was thinking you have pages that are not even, so that's not very smart. But you know what, I'm going to keep it like that and keep it moving. I can't be I can't beat myself up too much about it. And so we're just going, I'm going to just show you how I stamp it. You've all seen me stamp before, but I am going to just do it one more time for you. And I don't want it to be on every page because I do plan on doing some other little things with some stamping, but that's not, I'm not going to do anything else. I'm not going to add anything to it, anything like that. So I do have my AC on. I do believe that I am at the age of going through the change, so I've been getting hot and cold lately. Either that or I am sick. Either way, I accept it wholeheartedly. I'm about to be 4-1 this year, so you know, it's okay. I'm just going to apply a little bit of pressure to it to make sure that I get the entire stamp out. And you see how these look like they didn't stamp out, but that is definitely how the stamp is, which is a-okay with me. So let me go ahead and close this segment of this 12 by 12 paper pad and I want to say thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. This has been a lot of fun for me. This is my second cinched little notebook that I've created, and I'm super duper excited with it. So thank you all for watching. Happy crafting.